Good evening, everyone here in good old Melbourne town, in Australia as well. I just got to do the usual shit when this comes on. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, sorry. I've got my Grim Reaper gear on because it's pretty grim these days. And it's still fucking cold. I just want to keep my ears warm. Sorry, it's not about dress sense. Yeah, hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Let's just check who's there. We've got 22 watching, not many. Hopefully more can come on. The good thing about this show, I cannot believe it's the 8th roundtable we've done. By God, 8. Wow, time flies. Time flies when you're in isolation. Look, sorry if I don't say hello to everyone in chat because I try not to worry about. I try to concentrate on the people that are actually I'm talking to as guests. Well, you know, and I watch the actual chat later on. Hopefully, sometimes they actually cut it off. They have been for some reason, but you know, thanks, guys. Fred, Dan, Psyop, Natalie, Matthew, all good people. David, Helena, yeah, TV being called an idiot box. There's a reason why it's called an idiot box because you have to be a fucking idiot to watch it. But anyway, the good thing about the show that I'm doing is I've got no idea who is coming on. So there's nothing scripted. I don't script anything. I just, you know, whatever comes in goes to my head, and I talk about it. As if you've followed the last 7 shows, we've had a bit of a range of people, all good people. So anyway, I'm going to start the show. We've only got one person here at the moment, and it's good old Robbie, all the way from good old California.
Northern California, baby.
Northern California. How you been, Robert?
Real good, Peekay. I got a good report for you. I had dinner on Main Street last night with a bunch of my friends. The restaurant was packed. Not one person was wearing a mask. About the whole Main Street was packed with shoppers. About half of them wearing masks, but really low-key vibe. No people staring at you from the mask with those eyes, you know, like they live. So, you know, things around here are pretty normal, getting pretty normal. I mean, can't complain.
Getting pretty normal. Wow. Completely opposite here. For everyone out there, if you don't realise that you've got no excuse not to come on. People say it's not a good time for where I am, but Robbie, it's 4 a.m. for Rob, and he was sort of like up at 3:30 to, you know, get prepared for this. 4 a.m. If Robbie can make it at 4 a.m., no one's got any excuse not to come on. I'm sorry. And as we mentioned, good old Mickey.
Mickey.
Third time on. I think it's third time on, isn't it, Mickey?
Third or fourth, something like that. Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah. All right, Robbie, just for a second. So what's happening there in good old, let me think, not Birmingham. Is it Birmingham?
Birmingham, yeah, that's right.
Yes. So what's life like in Birmingham?
UK generally is not good. We're all supposed to wear masks now to the shops. Lots of censorship going on, social media things. You know, it's not good. I've just heard Robert there talking about everything seems normal. It's definitely not in the UK. And Boris Johnson's just mentioned that has just announced that second wave is about 2 weeks away. So I'm expecting full lockdown back in the UK pretty soon.
Oh, so Boris knows the wave's coming in 2 weeks, does he?
Yeah, he knows. He's had his crystal ball out, obviously.
You guys are a bit slow because we've got ours already for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but if you come back from Spain, because people were going out on holiday, everything was seeming to get back to normal. People were going away on holiday, and then if you're coming back from Spain now, you've got to quarantine for 2 weeks on your return. I've just been away to Devon on the south coast in Britain for a couple of weeks camping, and it was great. It felt like normal. It was brilliant. You know, there was the signs everywhere, but nobody on the campsites or anything was really paying any attention to it. There was lots of people on the beaches, and it was great. It was, you know, I came off social media for a couple of weeks. Brilliant, but back to reality now with a bump.
Are you at work now, mate?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Okay, because you're wearing like casual top there.
Yeah, we're not customer facing at the moment, so we pretty much get away with wearing whatever we want.
Are you supposed to wear a mask at work?
They haven't said so yet. They've said in Britain it's public transport and supermarkets and shops, but they're not really enforcing it. I went into a supermarket 2 days ago, did my shopping. I didn't wear a mask and nobody challenged me.
So unlike us, we get a $200 fine. Any talk about fines there?
Yeah, £100, but I think even the police have said they're not going to enforce it. You know, like I say, I walked in the supermarket, everybody else was masked up except for one member of staff who chatted to me, but not about the masks. We had a chat, and nobody sort of challenged me. I'm hearing it's very different across the country, different experiences, but nobody bothered me.
Hello, Christina. Thanks for coming on. That's a friend of mine. It's amazing how all the countries follow each other with initially the lockdown and the social distancing and now the masks, even though we've been told for months that the masks are useless as tits on a ball, but now all of a sudden we need them. You know, honestly, guys, it's got nothing to do with the virus, the mask. What's your opinion that it's more like just to control and to see how people will obey? What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the globalist New World Order agenda. They've written about this in books for over 100 years. I mean, you can go back and do research in a lot of places. What are you going to do? What can we do?
What can we do? Fuck.
I agree with what Robert says. I also think it's a visual reminder for everybody, because when you see somebody wearing a mask, immediately you think of the virus.
Exactly.
So I think it's just keeping that in everybody's mind. I think it's that visual reminder, right. And I'm not going to play any part in that at all. Let me show you something in my room. I got back to work. Oh, get this right. I got back to work on Monday and I walked in and they have redecorated the building everywhere with signs, fucking tape on the floor, 2 meter high banners to show you what 2 meters looks like. And it all says social distancing saves lives, stay 2 meters away. You see that? It's on my wall there. You see that?
Help protect yourself and others by staying at least 2 meters. 2 meters? I thought they dropped it down from 6 feet to 3 feet.
There was a thing about 1 meter plus for a while, but that seems to have been dropped. When the pubs opened, Boris was going on about, 1 meter plus, but, as I say, all these signs have gone up and it's 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters everywhere. But one thing that I immediately noticed about all these signs is it doesn't tell you why you should be staying 2 meters away from everybody. None of the signs mentions COVID-19 or coronavirus, which to me proves this is a permanent thing. This isn't going away. And you hear, I've heard interviews that are saying, there are going to be more viruses. This isn't going away. This is a permanent thing. Social distancing is here to stay.
It is, mate.
I believe.
Isn't it good when you go into a store and all you do is look down because you got directions and arrows which way to walk, where to stand? Isn't it good that they're telling us, you've just got to walk to the left and down this way, not to the right? It is just absolute fuckery. It's beyond belief, but people, they just follow it. So like I said, I've got a lot to say, but you know, this show's about you guys. So, Rob, are you aware of the frontline? Sorry, I'm drinking coffee tonight, people. John Lennon mug. Because I'm going to tell you, we're actually celebrating, but I'll talk about that in a minute or later. We are celebrating here in Australia because something really, really big's happened. But like I said, we're going to listen to these guys first. But are you aware of the frontline doctors outside of Washington, D.C., Rob and Mickey?
I've just been watching that. That.
So yesterday, they actually come from other parts of America and got there. But what I didn't understand much is they had a small gathering in front of them. They're lucky to have been a dozen people. And these few dozen people, I expected a lot more people. But anyway, they talked about hydroxychloroquine, get it right?
Yeah.
Which President Trump just happened to mention 2 months ago or something like that in a press conference. And that's the first time I ever heard of it. But yet, since then, all he's doing is talking about the vaccines and rolling up the army to make sure everyone gets this vaccine. But get back to these frontline doctors. There must have been 10, 12. And as you know, there was a dark lady, an African woman, which everyone's calling the black woman. I got a text from a friend, actually. This is on the news tonight here. They're actually calling her out. Let me hear what they said. What did they say? The black woman got labelled as a devil doctor on the news. She came out and said 350 patients, COVID patients, she's treated, and none of them have died with this hydroxychloroquine. So they're all coming out saying, well, you know, this thing works. It's been around for years. But the thing is, all right, my question is, they still say that COVID-19 is real.
Right.
So we hear this every time. We get these good people saying this, this, and this. We go, yes, wow. But they all still say COVID-19 is real when we all know it is fucking bullshit. So, but on this these people yesterday, I uploaded a video, a small portion of the dark woman, 15 minutes worth, whatever. That was on my channel for 10 minutes and got removed. And I've got to say, I'm not getting many videos being removed like I was 2, 3, 4 weeks ago for some reason. So that was removed. I thought, oh, well, then I heard that it's being banned everywhere. And amazingly, it came on today. They gathered again, same place. And I actually uploaded the whole thing, 27 minutes worth, I think. And it didn't even get to 100%. It didn't even get to finish, and YouTube terminated it. Wow. I said, are they panicking here or what? So even further to that, there's someone on Facebook in Melbourne who I follow, and he actually put an article on his Facebook, and I clicked on that, and it came up with this fact checker. I don't know if you guys have seen it, or people.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Cheswick, great to see you. Some bullshit fact checker, whoever the fuck they are, you know, they said, oh, no, hydrochloroquine, it's all bullshit, blah, blah, blah. So they are running scared about this quick fix of a virus that doesn't exist, because we all know, or hopefully you all know, it's all about the vaccine and Bill Gates. And if you've got something that fixes something that doesn't exist within seconds, whatever, with zinc and some other thing, who needs a vaccine? So they're trying to silence us big time. Hopefully this spreads everywhere, and, you know, I don't know, Alex Jones, whatever, they all start getting onto this subject. Who knows? But what's your thoughts on that? Rob, first?
I personally don't trust anything that gets let through. I mean, I'm of the opinion that the virus doesn't exist at all. And, you know, I could be wrong, but I have this mental blockage or whatever. If I don't see something with my own eyes, what I don't know what to tell you. I met one person who said they tested positive for COVID-19. One person, and he never even complained about any symptoms or anything of that nature. So I don't know, PK. I don't know if we can trust it.
Mickey?
Yeah, I'm like Rob. I don't believe that there's this virus going about. I think we've had a bad flu season, and they've used that to promote this. And all your healthcare workers, you've only got to tell them there's a pandemic. In the hospitals and whatever. I don't like using the term frontline because that does make it sound like we're in a war. But all your healthcare workers, you've only got to tell them, oh yeah, there's a pandemic. Dress up in your PPE. Do the tests. If somebody's got a cough or a sniffle, you can say they're positive, and the fear will spread quite easily. I mean, like I say, hydroxychloroquine has been used for years, and you can, if you go to a malaria country, you'll take it as a prophylactic. I've taken chloroquine when I've been to India, so it's a safe drug. You take it to prevent prophylaxis for malaria. I don't know. I mean, I was only just starting to watch that video from Washington just before this show started. Difficult finding it because it's just been censored off YouTube and Facebook. I found it on BitChute in the end. Yeah, I don't know. They seem to believe that it's real. Those doctors seem to believe it's real.
Why don't they censor everything? Why don't they just censor us completely?
Robert, they will in 4 weeks.
Well, they will. I think what will happen is that. Did you see that thing I sent you on private message, Peter? Something I saw where there's an independent radio presenter in the UK with a contact within Google who's told him that anybody that. Did you see that?
I was just going to mention that, and it just happened to be you that sent me that.
Yeah, I sent you that.
I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to mention it.
So basically, people like you are just going to be deleted from the internet. Anybody that goes against the vaccines, goes against the mainstream narrative, are just going to be completely wiped off. I think there's going to be a big war against us. And people who think like us, I think we're going to be labelled as mentally ill. I mean, it's already happened to you. We know that, Peekay. And I think, it's going to be put out there that anybody that goes against the mainstream narrative, they're mentally ill. A lot of people already think like that. Well, there's a lot of people that already think like that. You see it on social media. It's toxic.
Exactly. And it's happening here with the mask situation. They're actually using the people with the masks they're encouraging them to actually attack people that aren't wearing a mask. So not only it's this divide and conquer that they've always worked on for years, it's a way to use the gullible masses who believe this shit, and they're using them to play their game without paying them. So we've got no hope. We've got no hope. We can't.
Idiots.
Did you say COVID idiots?
No, they call them useful idiots in the intelligence programs.
Yeah, well, the COVID idiots term that was turned by some conspiracy theorist. I don't know how long ago, but the mainstream media have grabbed that term COVID idiots and turned it around.
They switched it around, didn't they? Yeah,
and it sickens me. I want to show you a few things here. What have happened in the last week? Because if you don't know, Victoria has had this second wave, and they could have had this the last 2 months where they sort of plateaued and they've saved it for the second wave. And what they're doing is just grabbing old people, supposedly testing them, where you don't even need to test people because we all got coronavirus. You can test every single person virtually over 40, 50, and they'll all test positive. But they can't come out and say, we tested 30,000 people last night and 30,000 people tested positive, because it looks ridiculous. So they just fudge the figures. What they're doing, they're using aged care. And now they're finally admitting, shit, oh, there's a problem in aged care, to the point where they're actually demonising aged care homes, saying they're not doing the right thing. The poor people who have been laying in bed, and the bug is just happens to get these poor people that have been laying in bed, no contact from the outside world, but it seems to be the old people that are, suffering from this deadly bug. So they're using them. Obviously, they put them in hospitals now. They eventually die within a day or two. If they don't die, they put them on a ventilator to make sure they die quick. And we've got this evil piece of garbage premier. It comes out every morning, late morning, gives his COVID update. The same shit. We got so many cases. And sadly, they'll say we've got 6 deaths. The next day, we've got another 6 deaths. The next day, we've got another 6 deaths. Oh, that's 666. But, commiserations to these 6 people that died last night. 3 in their 90s, 2 in their 80s, and even one case was over 100. And people cannot see what's going on. But he comes out every day saying the same shit, all fear porn. There's never anything good that comes out of him. It's all bad news. Oh, they're virtually saying like we're doing the wrong thing, whatever. They just keep saying something different. Oh, people that have tested positive are going to work. They shouldn't be going to work, or they're going out, socialising when they should wait for the test results and all this fucking crap. So it's all about like the carbon dioxide, the global warming thing. How was I going to mention that? How we're doing the wrong thing by breathing and shit like that. It's all about the population that's doing the wrong thing. Sorry, I'm going to get this out.
Breathing and farting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, farting will be banned soon. So Victoria is going to spread out. Oh, New South Wales got a couple of cases. Oh, so they're going to go in lockdown soon. But the one thing is the AFL football, like there's a game tonight, it won't stop there because they have to have that shit going. It's a diversion. It keeps people happy, saves them from revolting. Tasmania down below hasn't had a case for 63 days. They got a case the other day. Oh, my God, the world's going to end. But I want to show you something, what happened here. Because, as you know, Melbourne is the hotspot and people cannot leave Melbourne. They've got police everywhere with these so-called checkpoints, pulling everyone over. Where are you coming from? Blah, blah, blah. And we've got a few people who actually, know their rights, and they say, no, I'm not going to tell you my name and all this. And they're filming this, and the media is going helter-skelter, absolutely demonising these people. And I want to show you something, everyone here. I don't know how many people see this, but it's important that you see this. There's 2 people, actually. Hang on. I'll finish one. There's a woman that did this last week, and she went through a checkpoint. She went, hey, yes, she went through. And apparently today, after a week, the police chased her for a week and have arrested her. Not only arrested her, they smashed her window to get her out of a car because she wouldn't give her name and address. And last week, she was told, yeah, you can go by the policeman there. But it got on the media how evil this woman is for doing this. So they arrested her today. I haven't seen any footage or whatever, but apparently she got arrested. But there's another guy who did the same thing a couple of weeks ago. But what happened 2 days ago, he lives not far from me, actually. There's a current affairs show here on Channel 9 called a Current Affair, actually, which runs at 7 p.m. after the news. And it's got this horrid slag of a presenter. Tracy, I won't say what a word is.
You did some videos on that, the guy that was interviewed.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something here, but this guy he's been demonised on the media for the last week as well. So a Current Affair decided to get a couple of their guys to interview him on Monday. It's Wednesday here. He put it on Facebook Live. Went for like 15 minutes, and he had his own people film it as well because he knew they were going to edit this. So They had this clown with a mask on asking these questions, trying to, ridicule him. But he came up with pretty good stuff that they weren't going to show on air. So Monday night, we're all ready to watch this. And, of course, straight from the start, because it's all COVID. Doesn't matter. Every night it's just COVID. They showed some woman in a Bunnings, which is where you buy all the furniture, sort of garden stuff and all that, big store Bunnings. 100%. If anyone shops at Bunnings that's watching this, I'm sorry. Don't. They are complicit in this shit. Anyway, they showed a few people. Then they showed this guy. About 5 seconds of him doing this checkpoint thing where he stood his ground and he wouldn't give his name. And then we're waiting for him to come on for the interview. Didn't happen. Tracy, see you next Tuesday, sure, interviewed some jerk at Royal Melbourne Hospital. Another place fully involved with this, the Royal Melbourne Hospital. Never go there. So he wasn't shown. So what I did yesterday morning, lunchtime, I rang Current Affair. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I saw where you rang them. Yeah.
Rob, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, well, good. I'm not sure. Anyone else?
I checked my TV 2 weeks ago, man. I've never been happier. I can't stomach one more second of this.
No,
this is where he rang them.
This is my channel. I'm going to share.
I saw that one. No, I saw that one. Yeah, where you called the media the virus. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, bugger.
Great call. Great call, Peekay.
How many people in chat haven't seen it? I'll give you 20 seconds quickly. If there's a handful of people who haven't seen it, I'm going to play it. Let's wait. Hang on.
He sounded like a real prick, didn't he?
Oh, bigger than that, mate.
Man.
Hang on. I've got to scroll down. Has anyone not seen it? Oh, God. I've got to catch up here.
El Buggo.
Not seen it. Matthew, where you been? Oh, good old Mr. Cheswick. Before I go, if you don't know who Mr. Cheswick is, he's an Englishman. Have you heard of him, Mickey?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
I'm sub to him. Yep, good videos.
Yeah,
I need to sub him.
Mr. Cheswick used to be called Kernsey74. He is the man that suggested that I started truth bombs. If you're not aware of what truth bombs are, I did them, oh, God, time flies, 3 years ago, I don't know, where we would make comments to mainly, mainstream channels on YouTube and really give it to them, and it worked.
I think it was when all the terror attacks and shootings were going on, wasn't it?
That was great.
Yep. And that went fantastic. I got a bit of support, but anyway, that was, Mr. Cheswick. Fantastic videos. I've actually mirrored through these videos today with the snooker player and that one with the numbers.
Peter Ebden, yeah. He's great, Peter Ebden. Yeah.
So if you're not following Mr. Cheswick, I mean, his channel gets removed all the time. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Mr. Cheswick. And while I'm here, there's one guy I want to promote as well. His channel, he's British as well. His name is Oh My God. O-O-H, My God. And he's only got like 500 subs. He is making fantastic work. He's actually the last few days going out filming these COVID-idiots. Please support Oh My God.
I saw his channel for the first time yesterday.
See?
Yeah. He sounds like he's from my hometown, I think.
He's not coming up on my search. How do you spell it?
O-O-H, My God. 3 words.
Not coming up.
He has to. Capital letters. He uses capital letters.
Okay.
Am I right, Mickey? Oh, My God.
Just looking for him now. I'm going to have to go to my library. Hang on. I'll go to my library.
Peekay, you remember how great those truth bombs were?
They were. Oh, I loved it.
400 dislikes and 2 likes. That was great.
Truth Virus. You follow Truth Virus. He was the one that supported.
He's not coming up for me.
Have a look. Rob, have a look at the screen.
Rob, have a look put a full stop at the end.
Are we at YouTube?
Yeah.
Put a full stop at the end.
Nothing.
All right, worry about it later. And the third guy, this is a must. And I've just noticed there's a couple of people mentioning his name. Stephen Archimedes Knight. This guy, guys, you're listening? This guy, everyone in chat, you must sub to this guy. His name is Vernon Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
Vernon Coleman. The guy is absolutely magnificent. There he is.
Won't come up. Weird.
Show that. He calls himself the old man in a chair.
Oh, he's good.
He sits there and he actually makes a video every day. I don't know how he gets the time to write down to like 15-minute videos. Every single word is absolutely spot on.
I think he'd written a book in April about this COVID. He's like a really prolific writer. I think he'd already written a book in April and had a book published in April. I noticed a comment in chat by Boris somebody, and he said, God knows what they're doing to our people in our care homes in the UK. Vernon Coleman was saying that they emptied all of the hospitals of the old people, sent them into care homes. Now, obviously, people in the hospitals, they got infections, this, that, and the other. They went out into the care homes, spread the infections. And this is where we had a lot of the care home deaths. He was also saying that there was neglect going on in the care homes. I mean, there's neglect going on anyway, I would say, but there was increased neglect. People didn't want to go into work because they were scared of the COVID. And Vernon Coleman was saying that people in the care homes were just left to dehydrate and starve.
That's what they're saying here, neglect in the care homes.
They would have gone down as COVID deaths.
I'm telling you, there's a nursing home in my area. I live in a small suburb. The nursing home would be lucky to be like, from the outside, it looks like it's got 10 rooms at the most. And supposedly they're at the top of the list of cases, 88 cases. Where the fuck did they get 88 cases from? A care home that's likely to have 10, 12 rooms. So, all right, guys, I'm going to show you this clip when I phoned a current affair. And for those people that haven't heard this, the guy is obviously waiting for this call, for people to call. I don't know if people do call. He was as smug as shit, and I didn't know how long to hold myself, but I did hold myself till the last few seconds where he called me a loony. A loony, and he hung up on me. So let's get this share going. Goes for 2 minutes. Let me see.
I'm posting links to these guys on the chat.
All right, guys, I'm going to play this. 2 minutes, 5 seconds. This is how the mainstream media think of us. He actually mentioned something about he wouldn't give this guy any oxygen. How apt is that? Giving this guy no oxygen, after all this bullshit with, George Floyd and that. So here we go. G'day, mate. You would be a producer. Sorry.
Yeah, you're taking one.
Oh, okay. It's regards interview you did with this conspiracy theorist guy yesterday in Melbourne, and I was watching Current Affair. He wasn't on there. Will he be on tonight?
I don't know if we actually did the interview.
Well, it's on Facebook, and it's like a 15-minute interview.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, we didn't really. I don't think we really wanted to give them oxygen last night, so that's probably why we didn't run it.
What do you mean oxygen? What was the reason for interviewing it?
Well, you've come through the Sydney office. I was produced out of Melbourne, so I'm just guessing here.
So you want to interview this guy and ridicule him, but because he said the right things, you don't want to air that. Is that what you're saying?
I've got no idea what you're talking about because I haven't seen it. Okay,
No.
you come to the Sydney office.
Well, I'm trying to find a number for Melbourne, but I can't find it for the life of me.
So what did you want to ask if it's going to be airing tonight?
Well, why wasn't it there last night? It will be aired tonight.
I can tell you it's not going to be airing tonight. I can give you that answer. I can't tell you why it wasn't. I can just tell you it won't be on tonight.
And when did you get that? In the last 10 seconds, when did you get that?
What's that?
Well, you didn't know initially. You just told me it's not going to be aired.
No, I did know. So is that all your questions today, sir?
Well, you know there is a virus that's going around. It's a deadly virus, don't you?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah, and the virus is
your point being?
Yeah, the virus is the mainstream media, and you're a part of it, mate. You're a part of it, mate.
Okay,
This guy stuffed you up, you idiot. Well done, you loony. Off you go. Oh, fuck. Hang on, got to get rid of that. Where are we?
But he blatantly lies to you.
Yeah.
He blatantly lies.
Yeah, the fact is that, they didn't want to show this guy because there was nothing that they could show that was going to, make him look stupid. Hang on, there we go. Well, that's better. I like that better than that. Oh, shit, yeah. We'll go this way. That's better. Anyway, I might as well say it now. They are, like I said, they are the virus. They have been for years. And if we can get rid of the mainstream media, problem solved.
What I can't understand is if you go out into the street and ask a lot of people how much, you take 100 people and go out there into the street, just random people, and say, do you trust the media? Do you trust politicians? What percentage of that 100 people will say, no, I don't trust them, I don't believe them?
99.
I think it'd be pretty high. So why the hell do they believe this? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's like people want to be part of, I don't know. I just can't figure it out.
On that note, I'm going to read you a comment I just saw from some idiot that is in the thread to that guy, the guy who I did that call for, who actually I spoke to yesterday, and he actually put the thread linking that video I just showed you. This is a comment from someone on there. Really, with a question mark, a fake virus? Most people dying have underlying health conditions, and the virus, which is similar to pneumonia, is killing people. So pull your head in. Why would the government want to harm our economy, put people out of jobs, force suicide rates to go up, people to lose their houses, livelihoods, etc.? Wake yourself up and wear a mask. You all are the ones that are the sheep and don't care about human life.
Yeah.
I reply, you win Moron of the Year award.
They're the problem. They're the problem.
It's not true. I work for a living. I help out in the community. I'm a good guy. They got it all wrong.
Oh, mate. There was something else on the show.
Mr. Cheswick has said most people at least have some suspicions. I agree with that. Maybe it's just the fear of speaking out. They're scared of speaking out.
But they're hiding behind a mask. They're hiding behind a mask, Mickey. They're being silenced.
I wonder what the government, what will. I wonder if the government said that the virus hovers at 3 feet, so you've got to crawl around on your hands and knees. If the government said that, would people do it?
Yes.
Yes. I think they would.
Yes. People wearing masks in their cars.
That's the most ridiculous. Oh, my God. Oh.
I mean, masks are ridiculous anyway, but in cars and yeah.
You're not going to believe this. My first video I'm going to make tomorrow morning, I'll read the headline of the article. I'll actually show it. Can I show this? I'll show it while I'm doing screen because I hate this screen thing because you have to go on Google because I use Google and Firefox. But here, I'm going to show you this. Piss off. You mentioned about the 3 feet, didn't you, or something, didn't you? Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all these bullshit ads that come up, get lost. All right, there we are. Where are we? I'm going to share this. It's going to be my video tomorrow. One of probably 10 that I will make. Check this out, guys. Tall people are more at risk of catching coronavirus due to aerosol transmission. Researchers at the University of Manchester found that being tall more than doubled the probability of PS19.
Hey, the basketball league is fucked, mate.
Oh, they'll never come back now. They'll never come back. Oh, fuck it up. So,
how tall are you, Rob? How tall are you, mate?
5'11".
You're fucked. I'm 6'1". I'm fucked. How tall are you, Peter?
I'm 3'2". I'm all right.
You're all right. You'll outlive us all.
All the pygmies rejoice. Yes. And there's going to be a massive people going to hospitals to get their legs chopped off.
Oh, they're going to come after you now for hate speech against the dwarf community, Peekay.
No, I love the dwarves. The dwarves, they're celebrating. Oh, shit, how did I forget this? The reason we're celebrating tonight, guys, because I made a video a few hours ago. I won't show it, or be like, what's happened here in Australia? Sorry.
No, I've just seen a comment. Oompa Loompa lives matter. Fucking brilliant.
Who was that from?
Oh, cause and effect. Oompa Loompa lives matter.
Oh, fuck it. So sorry. The celebration is because it actually came out a few days ago, but it's not on the mainstream media, of course. After God knows how many years, I'm in my 60s, and from the day I was born, we've all had the seasonal flu. But as of today, or a few days ago, the seasonal flu's gone in Australia. How good is that? There's no more seasonal flu.
Wow.
Because they say the lockdown, the social distancing, the border closures, and there was something else I can't remember. So because of that, the flu has dropped from 270 people dying last June or July, whatever, I forget the numbers, to 0. It's been 0 since March virtually. So the flu is gone. So I want to ask the question, why has it taken till 2020 for someone, apart from the 14-year-old, whoever it was in a school study who said we're going to do social distancing? It wasn't some great scientist. So why has it taken to all these years, like all my life, for someone not to work out that all we're going to do, the other one was washing hands. If you've never washed your hands, that was one of the reasons. Washing hands, social distancing, what was the other? Lockdown and border closures. Why did someone come up with that 100 years ago and we would never have had this dastardly fucking flu? But now, all of a sudden, it's solved the flu problem, but shit, it's given us a COVID problem. Even though the flu deaths are 3 or 4, 5, 6 times as many, even though the flu is killing people even under 10, under 20, under 30, whereas the COVID doesn't kill anyone under 50. But we all are going to fear the COVID. We all go to, and our lives are fucked. We can't do anything anymore. The economy's fucked. But anyway, we're celebrating. The flu's gone. So 3 cheers for the flu being gone. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Bloody beautiful, guys, and everyone in chat. You must be fucking wrapped. Here we are. I'm celebrating with a cup of fucking coffee tonight.
I'll celebrate with a lamb sip when I get home.
Hey, PK, this whole thing's been scripted probably for 2,000 years.
You're a
All the way
conspiracy.
back to the Egyptian times.
You posted a video, PK, a while ago now of a song that from about 1999,
Yeah.
and it had the symbol of the coronavirus in it, and I think they actually mentioned the coronavirus in it. It was a couple of months ago that you posted it. It was from 1999, and they mentioned in 21 years, or they kept talking about 21 years' time. Do you remember it, Rob?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the stuff. I mean, there's clues in all the movies. I mean, it's all coming out now in millions of places. I mean, they've had this stuff embedded in films going all the way back to the 60s.
Wait,
It's not just in films as well, Rob. It's in just normal TV programs. Certainly in this country, there's a soap opera in Britain called Coronation Street, and that's well embedded in all of this. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they ran a story at the end of last year about anti-vaccine and somebody dying because they didn't get a vaccine. They ran a big racist story the very week that George Floyd was killed. And I mean, the scripts are written months in advance. There's also a domestic abuse storyline going on as well, which of course has increased with the lockdown. They've also been talking about this thing called, look it up, what's it called? Coercive control as well. This was mentioned in Coronation Street. When you actually look up coercive control, it's all about domestic abuse. But it actually reflects the relationship we've got with our governments now and what they're doing to us. They are abusing us.
Absolutely.
We are in an abusive relationship with our government.
Absolutely.
And people do not realize it. And it's there in plain sight, you know.
In plain sight.
In plain sight, yeah.
It's like living in the movie They Live right now. That's what I feel like I'm in They Live every day when I go to the store and I see these eyes staring at me from behind a mask. I mean, it is creepy.
Do you wear a mask in the shop, Rob?
I have to. They won't let me in. But what I do is I drop it down to my chin so I can breathe.
Yeah.
If anyone says anything, look, I can't breathe. I mean, they make your face sweaty and hot and itchy.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
No.
Mickey, Coronation Street, are they still running that, are they?
Yeah. They've just started with their social distancing scenes now. So they've started filming it again, and everybody's like 2 meters apart, and they're making a big thing of it in the program. Again, it's just more propaganda, brainwashing, mind control. Yeah, people in the UK that watch it, they'll see it. It's just so obvious.
So obviously the actors, I used to watch it when I was 8 years old. Obviously, the actors are going to be changing. Even the singer from Herman's Hermits, Peter Noon, was a star of that. Obviously, got new actors for that. I can't believe it's like Neighbours here. It's been going for like 40-something years.
I used to watch Neighbours as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, geez, you got a sad life. Who would want to watch that shit? I've actually done it. I've done extras work on that, and it's the most boring extras work you could ever do here. I always knock it back, but it's the last job I did.
You weren't Bouncer the dog, were you?
Bound to the dog.
Do you remember Bouncer?
No, mate, I don't watch it. I told you.
Oh, okay. That was back when I was a kid. Bouncer the dog.
No, I wouldn't have a clue. It's rubbish.
Okay.
See, there's a huge connection to the internet because this pandemic is the internet's dream. You know, now the whole focus of everybody is shifted to the internet. So whenever you look for a big scam or a crime, you know, you always look at who benefits. I mean, that's just been the oldest technique in detective work since the beginning of time.
So what's it going to lead to, guys? What's happening, you know, in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks?
I could give a fuck all, mate. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Yeah, lockdown, more lockdown, I think.
We're
By
armed
September.
to the teeth up here.
So, did I ask you, Mick, Rob, you don't get fined for not wearing a mask?
No. See, PK, I live in a little 2,000-person mountain town on top of a mountain. We're far away from all these COVIDiots and these fucked people like that guy on Current Affair. I mean, up here, people have some sense. You would like it up here.
I'm coming.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you there.
Hey, you're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
I live about 300 yards from the lake.
Okay.
Perfect.
Anytime you want to visit, come on down.
I'll meet you there.
You got it, bud.
I was
Peekay, I'm gonna have to take my leave of you guys because I've got to go back to work.
Oh, all right, man.
Before I do, can I just make a plug for a Facebook group? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. It's called. It's mainly for people in the UK, but I guess anybody can join. It's called Save Our Rights UK, a real democracy. It's a good supportive group. Particularly, there's a lot on there about people not masking up going into shops, and it's quite supportive for people that don't want to go into shops with masks on but feel they have to. It's very supportive. I've found it pretty good, and the woman running it is looking to try and change things in the UK, try to change the way government is. So it's pretty good. So I'm just thanks for letting me plug that. It's called Save Our Rights UK. A real democracy on Facebook.
All right, everyone go. Yeah, exactly what you mentioned. They've got the COVIDiots working for them, and not only that, they've got the major corporations working for them. Like I don't know what your stores are. We've got Coles, Woolworths, Bunnings. They're all working for them. So this is a battle. This is a real battle. We're not just fighting the government and those behind us. We are fighting just about everyone. And that's what I mean.
I think it's going to take us going to our garden sheds and getting our pitchforks out and going down to the government, going down to London. That's what that's what it's going to come to. I think that's when people have got nothing left, that's when they're most dangerous. When they've got nothing left to lose, and I think that's where we're going to end up.
Yeah, the only thing we have is the numbers.
Yeah,
people are leaving it to the last second, not last minute, last second, like virtually when they're putting the noose around your neck. This should have been stopped years ago.
Years.
People are, they're all sitting back thinking, oh, this will just pass. And a lot of them are thinking, oh, Donald Trump's going to save us. The great, ruler of the world is going to save us.
I'm going, guys. Take care. It's good to see you guys. Nice to meet you, Rob. Take care.
Hey, nice to meet you, Mickey. Take care, mate.
All right, all the best.
Good on you, Mickey. See you soon. Yeah, Robbie, about the Trump thing. He did actually mention this hydrochloroquine, whatever, a few months ago out of nowhere. That's the first time I've actually heard of it. In one of those, what's he talking about? But now all he's talking about is the vaccine and the army rolling in, what have you. So he's putting it out there. Then he goes the other way. It's like
Trump's like a 10-year-old. He's like a 10-year-old running loose on the internet.
Really? Yeah, and Twitter.
hey, where is everybody, PK?
I don't know.
How the hell is it me and you?
How many people we got in 114? That's nearly a record.
I'm surprised.
You must be the attraction, Rob. Who needs good-looking women on when they got you?
Hey, as soon as I heard that you were taking people on the show, man, I signed up. I couldn't wait to get on the show. Are you kidding me?
Well, good to see you've come on the last 2 nights or mornings for you.
It's great, man. There's always 1% of me that I can't trust any of this stuff, But, man, I hope, you seem like you're on the up and up. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They could be laughing at us. We could be doing exactly what they want us to do.
Well, hopefully, Rob, we can do these shows in the future where it can be more, how do I say it? Not so serious, more jovial.
For sure.
Knowing that the future's going to be a lot rosier for not just you, me, your family, children, what have you. But like I said at the start, things are grim, and people don't understand.
Grim. My parents don't even want me to visit.
That is grim.
It's grim. My mom answered the phone yesterday wearing a mask in the house.
I've heard some terrible stories regards family members who just don't want to talk to each other, and and that's what they want. They want, like I said, divide and conquer, and it's happening in every household.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention my family, but my daughter, who's got a 7-year-old daughter and a 5-month-old little boy, and obviously she's been staying home after the birth of the boy, but
right,
the daughter and her, she's second marriage, and he's got I think he's 9 years old. He's half autistic, and she's has to stay home, and she has to homeschool her daughter. And
Did you get vaccinated?
I don't know about the vaccines, no, but she can't take it anymore. I couldn't believe what the homeschooling is all about. They got to get on Zoom and report to the school to sort of log in to make sure they're doing this, and then they got to do all these things. And I didn't realize it was that bad. I just thought, just sent at home from
school.
It's horrible.
I work at school. Yeah, that's why my whole future's just totally up in the air right now. Teachers are resigning left and right. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Why are they resigning?
Because they know that the future of schools is it's not looking, it's grim.
Okay.
Yeah. Our two best teachers quit. One found a homeschooling job and one retired.
In your future?
Yeah, and my future. I'm still going college and working on my degree, so hopefully I'll move on. But it's a really good job that I have right now at the school, and I really like it. And they cut our school year off right in half right before we were about to graduate, and we never got to say goodbye to the kids. Nothing, just life as we knew it ended back in March. And I guess a lot of people are just really happy that their life ended. I'm not happy. I have a problem with it. And we're living in the twilight zone, PK, the freaking twilight zone.
That has been for a long time, mate. Excuse me. I just saw a question from Meek Acumen. Why did they remove your video about the 2 kids who died running with a mask? As far as I'm concerned, they never removed that. I better check that out. If you want to confirm that, I don't believe they removed that. But anyway,
I'll check it out.
I said this in a recent video, Rob. David Icke mentioned this as well in his London Real Talks. This was the opportunity for the whole world to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, the way he put it, they had walked into the room and locked the door, so we can actually see the white elephant, as you call it. We can actually see them and what they're doing. And that's the way that we can end this human enslavement. You can see it. I can see it. The people in the chat can see it. It's so blatantly obvious that this is a complete hoax, scandemic, whatever you call it. But sadly, that's what breaks my heart, that the same 99% whatever can't see it. And it's staggering. Staggering. I mean, as you know, I've gone through how many years, pointing out fake shootings and fake this and fake that.
Wow.
And, I could see it. All right, people can't quite see that. But when it comes to this, it's beyond belief that people cannot see it, how they're using the elderly people.
To chill everything off.
And wear a mask. Yep, I'll wear a mask. Wear a butt plug. Yeah, I'll wear a butt plug.
Yeah.
I'll wear gloves. Yeah, I'll wear gloves. They're just pushing. They know they can push. They've got I won't use the term sheep, but they know they've got everyone under control. They can go further and further and further and further. There is a point where they can't go any further. And that's what I said in my last video. There could be a point where snap, people just, that's it. Hopefully this happens. I'm not going to bet my life on it. Hopefully there's a point where it triggers something where they go over the top and people will say, fucking what? Hang on. And en masse, it'll just be like wildfire, like the bushfires here in Australia. Yeah. And hopefully, this hydroxychloroquine thing, it won't be, but that is something like that, but it has to be like 10, 100 times bigger than that, because I guarantee no one virtually will see that, because it won't be on the mainstream TV, and it's not being shown on social media, not that anyone goes on there anyway. So they need something big. Anyway, we can only hope. But anyway, Rob,
I looked it up yesterday because I couldn't believe the numbers I was hearing. But 800,000 children are reported missing every year in the United States.
It's a lot of people.
800,000. Fuck me.
Hard to imagine. I thought it was like 1 million people around the world, which I find staggering.
I can't believe it. I heard it. I had to look it up. I'm like, that can't be right.
Well, a lot of figures are just, made up, as you know.
I know. Who knows? I agree. I don't, Peekay, my only internet really is I check out your videos, come on this show, and the rest of the time I'm outside working in the sun. I mean, I figured out the secret to my happiness is cutting myself off from this virus, the mainstream media.
I've said it a long time. I've said it before. We have to get rid of the mainstream media. And look, I made that phone call. It was no big deal. I've made many calls like that, not just mainstream, but, so-called politicians, but you never get to talk to them. We need to absolutely hound the mainstream media.
We should.
They're nothing special. They're just,
what are they? What the hell are they?
They're goons. They just fucking sell out goons. We should be going to the studios of where they are throughout Melbourne, waiting for these so-called news readers, so-called radio announcers to come out or before or after, and just give it to them. They don't have bodyguards. They're not going to have security guards. They're not going to call the police. It's not, tell them how we feel and make them think, oh, fucking hell. Finally, someone can see that I'm spewing bullshit when I read out the news. We got to make them accountable and get rid of them. We got to somehow if there was no mainstream media, we wouldn't be in this mess.
None of it.
We wouldn't be in the mess from all the shit over the years. But importantly right now, if you didn't read the paper or watch the TV, and if you didn't see people wearing masks, they wouldn't wear the mask if there wasn't for mainstream. You just live your normal life. You wouldn't know any different. It's because of the mainstream media that is our killer. And people, make your phone calls, ring A Current Affair, ring Channel 7, ring Channel 9, ring the Herald, ring the Age. We have to all do that and not just sit back, fucking someone else will do it. On that, look, we've gone the hour, Rob. It's fantastic having you on, mate.
Hey, good to see you, Peter.
Good to see you, Robbo. A bit late as usual. What time's it there? No excuse, it's 1 p.m.
It's time for me to go to work because I don't live in my mom's basement. I work a job, and I'm a normal guy. And the media wants to label me. They could fuck off.
Well said. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming on the Wednesday show. I actually thought there'd be more people on, sadly. I want to get, I think you get 11 in this room. I mean, I want to get 10 people on here, and I want to sit back and say nothing. It's like I said, it's not about me. People have heard enough about me and watched my shit. It's all about guys like Robbie giving them the opportunity to come on. So on that note, thanks everyone. Keep your masks on tight. Just on that, I have not been out since, was it Friday or Thursday? I think it was Friday when I went out with a mate to check out the shops, and I haven't been out since. That's 5 days. Oh, shit, no, it's more. Oh, yeah, 5 days. I've got no reason to go out because I don't want to buy anything. I've stocked up. But you'll see my video when I do go out. I'm going to make sure I put the phone in the top pocket correctly so I can actually film it. I just want to see if anyone pulls me up at the supermarket. And I've got a few words for them. I mean, I could just simply say I've got a medical exemption, which I have, but I'll just play around and I'll let them call the cops. It'll be interesting, and maybe I'll get on the mainstream media. I'll be one of these so-called fucking whatever they want to call them, COVID-idiots. That'll be interesting. I'd love to get on a live TV show with these clowns. Give me 5 minutes with them, and I'll say a few things. I might even mention Burke Street. They won't like that. No, they won't like that because that was big time here 3 years ago. Or coming up to 4 now. Fucking hell. That was all connected to this. But anyway, everyone, thanks for coming on, and hopefully we can all see you next week. Same time, same station. Take care, Robbie. Still there, Rob? I can see his picture. Anyway, all right, Robbie. If you get on MSN, the Desperate Dan might give you a mention. Oh, my God. Give me 5 minutes in a dark alley with Desperate Dan. Oh, my God. No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But, by God, give me 5 minutes with that piece of garbage. Anyway. He's probably got that much security around him right now. It's beyond belief. But all right, Jen, crystal clear, all good people. Thanks, Lucky. I'll just mention a few. Steve, Ali, St. George, good to see you, George. Join the dots. Everyone, look, I'll check the chat tomorrow. Boris, ingested. Anyway, I think Rob's gone. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.